Today on the channel from the 2023 WWE Mattel Top Picks Wave, we've got Seth Rollins.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Top Picks unboxing and review. And today we've got the 2023 Top Picks Elite Seth Rollins. But remember, for all your WWE and AEW wrestling figure needs, to hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, Seth Rollins, no stranger to the Elite line, no stranger to the Top Picks line. And this new Top Picks one is very reminiscent of, I want to say it was Elite Series 93. And of course, we'll compare that one to this one later on in the video. But Seth Rollins, a tippy top star, of course, in WWE. So he definitely fits the Top Picks brand. It makes all the sense in the world to me. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's take a look at old Seth Rollins. There he is in the package, looking good. Got the Top Picks up there, the Elite logo. WWE, Seth Rollins, figure, of course, True Effects, Certified Authentic, Seth Rollins. It's all there. It's all there. On the other side, you got Seth looking only like he could look in the Top Picks set. And on the back, we got the cross-sell down below. We'll be unboxing all three of these guys on the channel. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that. We got the tail of the tape. We got the blurb. We got the Top Picks. We got the Elite logo. We got the glamour shot of Seth Rollins. So without further ado, let's see what old Seth Rollins is up to. Seth Rollins from Davenport, Iowa. Not the most beautiful this time of year. I was just over there last week, a week ago as I'm filming this. I hang out in Davenport every once in a while for work, and I was out that way. Maybe one of these days I'll swing by and say, hey, Seth, hey, what's up, buddy? Remember the old days when you were breaking in and you were in the Des Moines shows all the time, and I used to make fun of you for reading Harry Potter in the locker room. Oh, yes, never forget, never forget. Height, 6'1", weight 217 pounds, finisher, the good old stomp, career highlights, Universal Champion, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion. The Visionary made his grand return as the 29th entrant in the 2021 Royal Rumble match. So there you go. Without further ado, let's get old Seth out of the package here. Off to the races. Whoa, almost lost that. But there's the old WWE. Off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison time. There's old Seth. Looking good. Looking like the Messiah. There he is. We're going to pop him out of the package. Get those accessories. Interesting, we're not locked in with this Seth Rollins. A lot of figures lately have been locked in from the Elite line, not Seth. See you later. Goodbye. And we'll get down to it here, but let's start with these hands. Of course, we get the exact opposite here. We get the gripping hands. We got open hands over there. We get one flesh tone color, one gloved hand, just like he has. So we choose your own hand adventure. As we always do say, we always got different versions, very similar figures here. Try to make them as different as possible. Mix up your hands. That's what I'm going to do between these two Seth Rollins figures. But let's dive into this one here first. So we do got the old open hands going on for Seth. He does have that same jacket. Now, I might as well grab this right now. Here's Elite Series 93 Seth. We'll have it just hanging out here off to the side. But you can see, of course, he has his red jacket there where he's got the black jacket here. So I do appreciate the change in the jacket colors, making another point of difference. That is always good. Always do prefer that. Head sculpts are probably the exact same. They are the exact same head sculpts. Body's the exact same. Everything is the exact same. But then you get down to the real difference between these two figures is, especially in the tights, the mix and match of the knee pads, the different legs. You got a little artwork over on this one where you don't have that here. You got a little kind of sunburst, kind of a... what is that? Oh, I guess it is the sunburst around him. I guess showing he's the Messiah, maybe something like that. You have that going there. Of course, got the kick pads going on with the knee pads and everything. Of course, like I said, this jacket is the same jacket, just colored differently. Very similar to Elite Series 97 Ronda Rousey's jacket as well, as this is the new jacket technology. It's a little bit more pliable. But with that, unfortunately, I have seen reports online that it's stressing, it's starting to crack, it's starting to tear, it's starting to disintegrate for some people. Now, I would have to assume if you're storing this in sunlight, you're storing this in extreme cold, extreme heat, things like that, it's going to age that a lot faster. However, if you're in a controlled environment like my environment here, you're probably not going to have that issue, as mine still looks really good. I guess I haven't checked in a while, but yeah, it still looks really, really good here. But that being said, I can see this wearing down over time. If it's happening to people already with some of those issues, it could happen to just everybody, kind of like the Jack Sticky disease, for example. We know all about that here on the channel. So we'll see what happens, and I don't know. It was interesting to see Mattel come out with that Ronda Rousey, but I think it was too soon. It was already produced. Going forward, it'll be interesting if these jackets make another appearance, or if they'll be just totally scrapped, or if they'll try to change the process a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. But I could see these kind of stressing and tearing. Let's say you do display him with his arms up like this, or the fist like that. I could see this maybe wearing out where it is stressed a little bit, maybe getting some marks on it, or just ripping eventually. So buyer beware on that. That will be a big watch out, I think, in the future for these. But I do like this coat. I do like what Mattel is doing. Constant learning, constant improvement. We say that all the time on the channel, and that's what they're doing here. They're trying to give us something different than the soft goods, something different than the Polly Pocket, somewhere in between, trying to take some chances, and I'm all for that. And that's how you move business forward in whatever you're doing. So I do think that is a good play. Of course, you're going to take this jacket off. You got to take the hands off first. That's the way to do it. It's a little hard to get off, but no different than the Polly Pockets or any of the other ones. They're always kind of fight you. They're not fun to put back on and off, but it can be done, as I'm showing right here. But we do have this. This is not sticky either. I talked about the Jack Sticky disease. I could see down the line, though, maybe this getting a little stickiness to it. Watch out for that, and it'll be interesting to see how this all does shake out in the end. But now we got Seth Rollins without the jacket on. We can take a little bit better look at the figure. Get these hands back on, give him the total presentation here. And we got Seth Rollins. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep these hands, I think, on him because I got a fisted hand over here and a gripping hand. I'm going to try to make it as different as possible. A good Seth Rollins expression. He's got the man bun going on. He's got the beard. I think I would know this is Seth Rollins if you just handed me this head, but there's a lot of guys that look a lot like him. I can see people saying, oh, maybe that's Elias, maybe that's somebody else, maybe that's somebody from NXT, who knows. But I think it does look good like Seth Rollins, but he's got a face that's kind of similar to a lot of people, I would think. He does got the chest hair going on. It's painted on, unfortunately. We want the real fur chest hair. Let's try that one time, Mattel. Let's be really crazy. But he does got chest hair going on. Articulation-wise, same as all the other elites. Arms go all the way around. You got the bicep cut. Double-jointed, pinless elbows. We like that. We got painted on black wrist tape. He does have the old ricochet hands, as I call them, a little bit big. They do drive me crazy. Head, of course, removable. Head side to side, all that fun stuff. You do get the ab crunch. Nice, tight ab crunch on him. Waist articulation. He can do a good split. He's got the bicep. How about thigh cut? He's got the thigh cut. He's got the double-jointed knees. We got the boot cut. And then, of course, got ankles back and forth. A little tight on the ankles, as usual with these Mattel figures. But it's a good-looking Seth Rollins. Is this going to be for everybody? Probably not. I can see people saying, I already got 93. I don't need the top picks. But for collectors like us that get these things early, via Ringside, of course, use discount code Kyle. These two came very similar, very quick, within like 2 months of each other. But if you're talking out at Targets, out at Walmarts, there'll be a pretty good gap between these two. And this is a way to keep Seth Rollins out there, because if you like him or you don't like him, whatever you may say, Seth Rollins is still a pretty popular guy, and they want a guy like this on the store pegs at all time, because if old little Johnny wants to start his wrestling figure collection, he doesn't want an old Tucker figure that's been sitting there forever, and maybe one of the million Drew McIntyre figures. He wants to get some variants there, and he wants some of the top guys, and that's where Seth Rollins comes into play, especially in my neck of the woods, where he's wrestling royalty at this point. They even talk about him on the news from time to time, as you can imagine, so there you go. But a good Seth Rollins. Is it a great Seth Rollins? I wouldn't go that far. Is it a must-have Seth Rollins? Maybe, depends where you are in your collection, but I can see a lot of Seth Rollins completionists definitely have to have this. Seth Rollins fans definitely have to have this. Mattel completionists have to have this. But the average Joe, you're probably good with just this one or this one. Take your pick. Pick your poison. Pick your battle with old Tyler Black, old Seth Rollins himself. So there it is. That's the top pick, Seth Rollins. What are your guys' thoughts out there in YouTube land? You going to pick this one up? Is there not enough meat on the bone for you? If you already have this one, let me know. I can see some people saying, hey, I like the black jacket better than the maroon jacket too, so that could weigh into your decision. I'd also be interested if some of you guys have some deteriorating jackets to comment on that, sign off on that. Let me know what's going on with that jacket in your neck of the woods. But I don't know. It's not going to be for everybody, but you guys tell me in the comments what you really think. And of course, you've made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. And we got even more content over there on the Patreon with exclusive videos, bonus videos, exclusive content, giveaways. There's a lot going on with the Patreon. And best of all, it is how you support the channel. It is the best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget on social media to follow along over there and hit me up. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Seth Rollins, I'm Kyle. And I'll see you guys all real soon.